In this video, I'm going to be explaining where to watch the GB Aquatics British Swimming Championships, as well as which events are happening on which days. Hello, my name is David Westcough, Master Swimmer for East Leeds and Great Britain, where we are only a few days away from the Aquatics GB British Swimming Championships, aka the World Championship Swimming Qualifiers for this year. I'm super excited for it because it's our first elite swimming competition as British swimming fans in 2025, where it's been a little bit of a long time since elite swimming competitions, and therefore I'm just super excited to get geared up for some top level swimming once more. So first off, where can you watch the championships? Now, all sessions will be shown on the Aquatics GB YouTube channel. So if you're in any doubt whatsoever, head on over to the Aquatics GB YouTube channel and you should be able to find the session plus replays of previous sessions that you may have missed. So once again, if in doubt or you're looking to catch up on replays, then your best bet is on the Aquatics GB YouTube channel. However, on top of that, the final sessions in the evening will also be being shown on the BBC platform. So I believe that's on the BBC iPlayer. And therefore, if that's a platform that you're used to, you'll be able to watch all of the evening sessions on the BBC, which is epic because it's nice to see swimming get the level of coverage that it so truly deserves. I've been watching a podcast earlier today where the Aquatics GB CEO mentioned that swimming is the third biggest sport in the UK behind football and Formula One. So it's really nice to see the biggest competition in the calendar for Great Britain in swimming being shown on television. And as I say, getting the coverage it truly deserves. Now, next off the dates, as I said, it's only a couple of days away. They're kicking off on Tuesday, the 15th of April and running through to Sunday, the 20th. Heats sessions will start at 9 a.m. in the morning. Remember, you can only watch those on the Aquatics GB YouTube channel. However, the evening sessions kicking off at around 7 p.m. I believe that's racing with a little bit of build-up beforehand, so you may want to tune in a little bit earlier. They are kicking off at 7 p.m. and are available both on the Aquatics GB YouTube channel and on the BBC. So that is the timing of every day. Those are the days that these championships are going to be taking place over, as well as where to watch them, depending on the timings of the heats. But now into perhaps the more interesting part of the video, which is what events are happening on which days. So on day one, Tuesday the 15th, we have the women's 50 metres breaststroke, the men's 400 metres freestyle, the women's 200 metres fly, which is going to be interesting. Last year, hotly contested between reigning world champion Laura Stevens and Kiana McInnes, who came 8th and 9th at the Olympics last year, respectively. We've then got the men's para 150 metres individual medley, similar to a normal individual medley, except they cut out the fly length. We've got the women's 200 metres freestyle, which again is going to be a big event, where I'm predicting a three-way race between Freya Colbert, Abby Wood and Freya Anderson. So that one I think is going to be a super exciting race. And then finally, we have the men's 100 metres breaststroke, where I believe that Adam Peaty will not be competing in this event. So if that is truly the case, then a new champion in the men's 100 metres breaststroke is going to be crowned, where it'll be exciting to see who fills Adam's shoes and takes this event on for Great Britain in future competitions to come. Moving on to day two, Wednesday the 16th, we have the men's 50 metres breaststroke, the women's 1500 metres freestyle, the men's 200 metres butterfly, women's 400 metres IM, men's 400 metres IM, and the women's 100 metres backstroke. So again, another exciting day of racing. I'm not too sure if there are any Olympians up there, perhaps in the men's 200 metres fly, maybe the men's 400 metres IM. Not quite as good as Tuesday the 15th with those 3 hotly contested races there, but nonetheless it will still be a good day of racing. Moving on to Thursday the 17th, which is extra special for me because it is my birthday. So what events are taking place on my birthday? Well, first up we have the women's 50 metres backstroke, the men's 1500 metres freestyle, the women's 200 metres breaststroke, the men's 200 metres backstroke, the women's 50 metres freestyle, and the men's 100 metres freestyle. That final one there being my favourite event to compete in, and therefore it just feels extra special for that to happen on my birthday. Moving on to Friday the 18th, day number 4 of these championships, and this is where we start to get some of the more exciting events, or at least from my opinion. I am pretty biased to my favourite sprint events, freestyle and fly, so take my opinion with a pinch of salt, as it were. So on Friday the 18th, we have the men's 50 metres backstroke, the women's 50 metres fly, the men's 100 metres fly, the women's 400 metres freestyle, the men's 200 metres IM. Duncan Scott going to be in there contesting that one, so super excited for that one. And the women's 200 metres backstroke. So double sprint event right at the start of Friday the 18th. So super excited, especially for myself, as I say, as a sprinter, as those distances start to come down. Moving on to the penultimate day, Saturday the 19th, and we have the men's 800 metres freestyle, the women's 100 metres butterfly, the women's 150 metres para IM. We have the men's 200 metres breaststroke, the men's 50 metres freestyle, my ever favourite event, with Ben Proud, I'm assuming, likely going to take the crown in that one. Matt Richards, I believe, came second last year in this event, so super excited for a hotly contested 50 metres free final, but I expect the Olympic silver medalist from Paris to be taking this one relatively comfortably this year. And then, of course, we have the women's 200 metres IM, which again, I think is going to be a hotly contested race. Then on the final day, and again, this is another one where I'm personally super excited because I will be heading to the finals session on this day, and I believe that this is going to be the most exciting day of the lot with the final event. I'm pretty sure that it has been orchestrated for this to have happened. But first off, we have the men's 50 metres butterfly, Ben Proud probably taking the crown there once more. The women's 800 metres freestyle, the men's 200 metres backstroke, the women's 100 metres breaststroke, the women's 100 metres freestyle, I believe, is going to be without Anna Hopkin this year, having recently announced her retirement, if I have done my research correctly. So going to be interesting to see who takes up the mantle in this event. And then the absolute big one, the one that I expect is going to be contested between 4 incredible swimmers, and that is the men's 200 metres freestyle, where last year the reigning Olympic champion was unable to defend his Olympic title in Paris because he came third in this event last year. I am, of course, talking about the Super 4 of James Guy, Matt Richards, Duncan Scott and Tom Dean, where Matt Richards took the silver at Paris 2024, with all 4 of these guys collecting gold in the men's 4x200 metres freestyle at the Olympics. So I think these championships are going to absolutely end on a bang with just the most incredible 4-way race once again, as was the case last year. Or at least that is the hope. We are hoping that this is going to be a absolutely stacked race that's going to come right down to the wire between these 4 swimmers. So that is it. That is your preview of the GB Aquatics British Swimming Championships 2025, aka the qualifiers for the World Swimming Championships, which take place later in Singapore this year. I've been David Westcough. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, please remember to follow and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. For more swimming content, follow and subscribe. To swim faster on limited training time, head to westcough.com. Otherwise, see you in the next episode.